Your body may be running a slow background program you never authorized. Right now, it could be quietly deleting muscle tissue. No warning. No error signal. Just a gradual loss happening inside your muscle tissue at this very moment, whether you notice it or not. Most men in their 40s and 50s are never told this. The physical decline many people blame on just getting older actually has a very specific biological cause. It even has a name. And more importantly, it has a solution. In a moment, I'll show you 5 movements researchers say can help reverse parts of this process in as little as 12 weeks. But first, there's something most people don't realize. Muscle loss doesn't begin in your 60s. It starts much earlier. Not when you retire. Not when you stop being active. Your 30s. Research shows men lose roughly 3 to 8% of their muscle mass every decade. That might not sound dramatic. But over 30 years, that can mean losing nearly a quarter of your muscle tissue. And it happens slowly. Quietly. After age 50, the process accelerates. Most men recognize the symptoms long before they know the cause. Workouts that once felt routine now leave you sore for days. Weights that used to feel manageable suddenly feel heavier. Recovery takes longer. Energy drops. So the explanation becomes simple. I guess I'm just getting older. But that explanation isn't entirely accurate. Back in 1989, scientists gave this process a name. Sarcopenia. The word comes from Greek and literally means loss of flesh. For many years it was treated as something unavoidable. An inevitable part of aging. Something to manage, but never truly change. Then in 2019, the medical community officially classified sarcopenia as a disease. Why? Because the scientific evidence had become impossible to ignore. Today it's recognized as one of the major drivers of frailty, metabolic slowdown, and the gradual loss of physical independence. And this isn't about appearance. It's about how your body functions at 60, 65, or 70. Whether everyday physical tasks still feel natural. Or whether they begin requiring more effort than they should. But here's where things start to get interesting. Research now shows older adults can significantly improve measurable sarcopenia in as little as 12 weeks. Not just slow it down. Actually reverse parts of the process. But only if the body receives the right training signal. And that distinction matters. Because effort alone doesn't guarantee results. Walking won't fix this. Random workouts usually won't either. If you follow the wrong routine for years, you may be putting in effort while targeting the wrong problem. Researchers consistently point to 5 key movements, along with one gold standard training method, that trigger some of the strongest anabolic signals your body can produce. But to understand why they work, it helps to understand the biology. Because once you understand the cause, the solution becomes obvious. After age 30, muscle protein synthesis begins to slow down. Motor neuron recruitment also gradually declines. At the same time, hormonal changes begin stacking the odds against you. Testosterone slowly decreases. Growth hormone signaling becomes weaker. Together, these shifts accelerate muscle loss. After 50, the pace increases. Most men link their loss of strength and energy to a vague explanation, aging. But the real cause is more specific. You are gradually losing contractile muscle tissue. And along with it, you lose some of the systems that regulate blood sugar, support hormones, and maintain metabolic stability. Muscle is not just cosmetic. For men in midlife, muscle acts as your body's metabolic engine. It's the largest glucose-absorbing tissue in your body. Which means energy levels, insulin sensitivity, and protection against type 2 diabetes depend heavily on how much muscle you maintain. Think of muscle like a long-term investment. Ignore it in your 40s. And your body eventually collects the price. In energy. In metabolic health. And in how your body performs later in life. So what actually slows or reverses this process? Progressive strength training. Researchers consistently identify it as the gold standard. Not because it's trendy, but because the cellular evidence is clear. Resistance training increases protein synthesis. It strengthens bones. It improves neuromuscular coordination. And your body interprets mechanical stress as a survival signal. A signal to rebuild. A signal to stay capable. The principle behind the protocol is simple. Gradually increase training volume by about 20% each week. Not by pushing toward injury. And not by lifting with ego. Just controlled, progressive demand your body can adapt to. Men who train this way at 55 often perform the way many men do at 40. That isn't genetics. That's biology applied correctly. Your body responds to demand. Remove that demand, and the body slowly removes the tissue. Now let's look at the 5 movements that send the strongest signal. Movement 1, the squat. If there is one exercise that predicts long-term independence in aging research, it's this one. Lower body strength is one of the most reliable indicators scientists track. The squat loads the glutes, quadriceps, and hamstrings at the same time. It also activates stabilizing muscles along the spine and stimulates bone density. Most importantly, it trains one simple but critical movement. Standing up and sitting down. A skill that often determines whether someone maintains independence later in life. If needed, begin with a simple bodyweight sit to stand. Then progress to a goblet squat holding a light weight at chest level. Start with 2 sets of 10 repetitions. At this stage, movement quality matters more than volume. Movement 2, the modified crunch. Your core acts as the main protection system for your spine. When the deep muscles of the trunk are strong, they stabilize the vertebrae during almost every movement you perform. Chronic lower back pain, which affects many men over 50, is often linked to weak core muscles rather than structural damage. Focus on controlled breathing and deliberate tension. This exercise isn't about speed. It's about activating the right muscles. Movement 3, the reverse lunge. This variation places less stress on the knee compared to a forward lunge. At the same time, it improves hip stability and balance. Research shows reverse lunges strengthen stabilizer muscles that protect you when balance is challenged. And that matters. Falls later in life are rarely random. They're often the predictable result of stabilizing muscles gradually becoming weaker. This movement directly targets that weakness. Movement 4, the modified push-up. Upper body strength is one of the most overlooked capacities in men over 50. Yet it plays a major role in maintaining independence. The ability to push, lift, and stabilize yourself can make a huge difference later in life. Start with push-ups against a wall if necessary. Then progress to knee push-ups. Eventually move toward full push-ups. Each stage represents measurable improvement in strength. Movement 5, the glute bridge. This exercise strengthens the posterior chain, the glutes, hamstrings, and spinal stabilizers. These muscles power nearly every movement below the waist. When they weaken, walking mechanics begin to change. Lower back strain increases. Walking speed slows down. And that decline matters more than most people realize. There's a simple benchmark. If you can perform 10 to 20 controlled glute bridges with full hip extension, it usually indicates sufficient strength for basic daily movement. Now here's the mistake many disciplined men make. They discover strength training, and then push far too hard, far too quickly. Or they skip beginner progressions and jump straight into heavier loads. Others avoid strength training entirely due to knee pain, back issues, or old injuries. But research shows something important. When performed correctly, resistance training often improves joint stability rather than damaging it. It strengthens the muscles that support the joints. It increases bone density. And it reduces the likelihood of falls. The real threat isn't movement. The real threat is the deconditioning that inactivity creates. Strength training also improves neuromuscular coordination, the efficiency with which your nervous system activates muscle fibers. And that matters for balance. When you trip or lose balance, what saves you isn't just strength. It's how quickly your nervous system responds. Resistance training improves that response. You're not just building muscle. You're improving the system that controls it. The metabolic effects go even further. Strength training improves insulin sensitivity and reduces chronic inflammation linked to cardiovascular disease and metabolic decline. It can even improve walking speed, one of the most reliable longevity markers studied in aging research. The 5 exercises we covered target exactly the strength that drives those improvements. Start with 2 sets of 10 repetitions for each movement. Then gradually increase training volume by about 20% each week. Consistency matters more than intensity. Not as motivation, but as biology. Steady, progressive demand produces far better long-term results than occasional bursts of effort. Now imagine 2 versions of yourself at 65. One who assumed slowing down was simply part of aging. And another who understood the biology and stayed ahead of the decline. Same age. Completely different physical reality. Sarcopenia is common. But it isn't inevitable. Your body's ability to rebuild muscle doesn't disappear with age. It's still active at 55. At 65. Even in your 70s. Those systems are still there. They simply need the right signal. The human body was built to adapt. You don't stop moving because you age. You age because you stop moving. Every repetition sends a message to your physiology. Stay strong. Stay capable. Stay independent. Men who understand this age differently. More energy. Stronger joints. Better metabolic health. The kind of physical vitality many people assume is gone. But it isn't gone. It's waiting for the right stimulus. Aging is inevitable. Frailty doesn't have to be. If this video changed the way you think about aging, leave a like so more people can see it. And tell me in the comments. Which of these 5 movements feels hardest for you right now? That's usually where the real work should begin.